While some people are willing to go out to protest, some people are coming out to protest against the protesters. This is Nigeria's situation. Imagine, despite hunger, high cost of living, Nigerian youth move against NLC planned protest. What they read out will shock you. Scores of pro-democratic activists on Friday staged a solidarity march from the Popular Unity Fountain to the National Assembly complex in Abuja to demand the Nigeria Labour Congress suspend its planned two-day protest and return to the negotiation table with the federal government. They also vowed to immobilize Nigerians against the unionists if the lawmaker could not convince them not to go ahead with the protest. The protesters who arrived at the complex in 6 luxury buses were chanting solidarity songs and displaying anti-NLC placards. Some of the placards would read, and I quote, "Let us be patient with Tinubu. NLC, please, rest. Jagaban is walking. And NLC, please, stop pretending to be fighting for Nigerians." Addressing newsman at the Unity Fountain, convener of Nigerian Civil Society Forum, Sunday Atta, said, "Those who are familiar with history know that the same NLC that is pretending to fight for the masses was among the biggest critics of forced subsidy removal." Atta also urged the unions to borrow a leaf from the United Kingdom, where the people stood with the government when the country's economy entered recession. He said, and I quote, "We must understand the trajectory of how the NLC has operated over time. Remember, in the same country was forced subsidy was removed, they got up and claimed to be standing for Nigerians. They fought and said forced subsidy should not be removed. But after a series of meetings, which of course today they were saying did not yield any fruit, we now know how colored papers exchanged hands and matters died on the ground. We are not going to allow the NLC to plunge Nigeria into anarchy. Calling for protests against an 8-month-old government is uncalled for. The president is doing his best. He is not a magician. All that Nigeria needs at the moment is to be patient with the president. When a woman gets pregnant, it takes 9 months for her to deliver. When the child is born, it takes another 1 or 2 years for the child to walk. Why can't NLC support Mr. President to deliver dividends of democracy and to fulfill all his campaign promises? What they are doing is to play the wild card to get the sympathy of Nigerians and then go behind to negotiate and collect money. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not that kind of president. He wants to work for all Nigerians, and this is the reason why the president begged Nigerians to give him time. His policies may take a little time for us to adjust. These things happen even in civilized societies. Where government policies do not start manifesting and yielding its fruit overnight, it takes a little process of time, and that is the process we are at the moment. In the UK today, the British government is in recession. Are people protesting against the government? It is a process. His position was shared by the co-convener of a group, Terence Kanum, who argued that shutting down commercial activities in the country will not solve the economic hardship in the country. I am hungry, you are hungry, but it is not by sabotaging the system or antagonizing the system that we can resolve this issue. We can only resolve this issue as patriotic Nigerians so the next generation doesn't face it. We're giving them 24 hours to rescind their decision to protest and go back to the negotiation table. If they insist on coming out, we are calling on Nigerians not to respect any decision from NLC. We are going to mobilize the masses to stay back and work for this country. No strike can solve this problem. People go on strike to get attention of policymakers, but in your case, you are already with the policymakers. So what is the essence of a strike, he said. The NLC affirmed the determination to proceed with planned protests against the current economic conditions, disregarding warnings from the Department of State Services. It has also commenced mobilization efforts for a nationwide protest scheduled for February 27th and 28th, highlighting the country's cost of living crisis. Sources indicate that the federal government failure to fulfill its commitment following the 14-day ultimatum from Labour will result in a 2-day national protest on February 27th and 2028. Well, I think there are parts of this particular article that I fell in love with. You see the part where they know what the NLC is doing. We don't have real people. If it is ordinary people that are coming out to protest now, you understand? The NLC, what did they call the 9 day be? That name they call them. Let me go here for my mouth. But the name we then call them, 9 day and then the answer. They'll come outside, oh, they want to do this one, they want to strike any coconut. Before you know it, they go back. Envelope. Go exchange hand. And then go come outside, say, then they give the government time, then negotiate. If you be like say the money they give, they don't finish, they go come outside again, so we know all those things. But that notwithstanding, if, like I said, ordinary Nigerians, citizens of Nigeria won't step out, so I have no problems. Make them step out. Let them go show. Those say, I heard say for Delta State, you get one activist will come outside, come say in Gary people go protest. They come arrest the guy. The guy did police custody. You don't know why they arrest him, because for a very long time I don't hear since how many weeks why for some places for not they run the protest, but we no hear see anybody they kidnap they carry them come out. Nigerian youth have always moved against the future for a token. I can assure that the people you see in that protest are not immune from this hunger and hardship. This is a result when government has effectively weaponized. But my own is even the so-called labor. They are not laboring. They are not for you and me. That is what these people are saying. You understand? But also I fault those people who are saying the UK government and when they are in recession that their citizens stand behind them. It is because the UK government also provides the citizens. Do you know how the UK government cares for its citizens? That is why they get support from the citizens as well. You cannot, as a human being, I stay with you under the same roof. You don't support me. You don't support my business. Nothing that I do, you support. And then you expect me that when you start your own business, you expect me supporting you. My brother, it will not work. I know go support you. I know they're talking for your back. I go talking for your front. Kuru. I know support. Huh. Very good. My heart goes out to all of you. This is what we need at this crucial time. God bless you. But say coming out to speak against a government that is beyond, that is only 8 months. Well, I know go talk past Adisha, because I know say even with the 8 months, if they really want to do better, believe you me, they will do better. All right, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest.